Hey, Chris here with the Jeep Talk Show out at the 10th Toledo Jeep Fest 2026, and just ran into some friends of the show, the guys from the Ember Six organization. And guys, what's Ember Six? What's going on?
Well, Ember Six Society was kind of a social club that we came about from six of us who, when we go off-road and do volunteer trips.
What happened to the other two guys?
The other two guys are incognito. They're
Okay.
hiding. One's hiding, I think, at work in Cleveland right now, and the other one's working with the fire department down in Florida. So
Awesome.
they're both hiding. We kind of call ourselves the East 6 core group, I think.
Core four.
The core four.
C4.
Yeah, the C4. We are the only Jeepers of the group. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's why they're not here. It's Jeep Fest.
Yeah, exactly.
One's got a Dodge, one's got a. Actually, I think they both
They
have
both have
Dodges.
Dodges now, yeah.
He just got one.
Still Mopar, but
Yeah, still Mopar.
not quite the same. But yeah, so as a group, we do volunteer stuff. And we try to do training as well to make sure people understand how easy it is to go out and do what we like to do and do overlanding, go off-road and be safe about it. And
You help people understand you don't need a rig built up like you might see around here at Jeep Fest. You can do it in a stock vehicle.
absolutely. And it's fun to do it in a not stock vehicle because we've built our rigs up quite a bit, but having the conversation with people how to do it safely and the fact that it's easily done without having to have a super built rig.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what we do.
All right. What do you do for the group?
My name's John Jacobs. My day job is I'm career active duty military. When we started this group, I mostly just jumped into it just to spend times with my friends doing things that we were passionate about, between the volunteer service and just getting out and enjoying the public lands that we have access to. So it gives me a little break from the military, but it also allows me to jump in and give back to the communities that that they give us access to trails and campgrounds and stuff like that. So it's just another way for me to give back an extension to service, and it's something I absolutely enjoy doing.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your service. And Dean, I know you've been on the show with East Coast Overland Adventures, and I learned something from Dean when he was on the show that overlanding is not a word. Overland travel. So what else can you school us on today?
Yeah, so I've actually been coming to this show since 2019. And another reoccurring guest on your show, Dan Greck from The Road Chose Me, he and I were traveling together in 2019, and if he got into a show, he'd bring me along. If I got into a show, I'd bring him along. So we did a little trading back and forth, and he got in here, and I was able to share the stage with him back in 2019, and then we all know what happened in 2020, so there was no show. But then in 2021, he was in Australia and couldn't come back to this show. And then the show approached me about coming back. So I came back and talked on the main stage. And then kind of the next year, I was like, I don't want this just to be all about me. Contrary opinion of my ex, I'm not a narcissist. So I didn't want it to just be me. So I worked with the show promoters, and they were working with the city park network to get the camping started under the bridge. So that next year, camped down under the bridge, and Walt came along. We camped down there. So it's funny when you look at all the promotional photos for that camping area. It's either his Jeep or my Jeep in most of the photos. And then the next year, they brought us back in here, and like, Walt was saying, we do a lot of volunteer work with Tread Lightly, but then the other background is, we're trainers, at shows and things like that. So we wanted to kind of share our knowledge and experience with other people. And we started doing some classes, and again, still doing some keynote speaking on the main stage. And then it just kind of, each year we just wanted to make it a little bit better. And then last year, we had John come in. So we had his Jeep and Walt's Jeep. Actually, did we have both of your Jeeps that year? We had both of his Jeeps last year, because mine has a very bad habit of eating radiators and things. So eventually I'm going to try and get it here again. But this year, again, we just kind of wanted to take it up another notch. So we brought Jonathan in here. So we kind of got the four core of the Ember Six Society together to kind of do some more stuff. And then there are other events and stuff where, we can get different pieces of us together. And that was really kind of the whole idea, is that, we each have, our own experiences, our own backgrounds, our own ways of doing things. And then we kind of come together, and collaborate on that. And, this whole program here with this Overland demo area is something that we've taken to other shows. So last month, Walt and I were in Butler, PA for the Bantam Jeep Festival and doing the same thing, and for this year, the new thing we added was kind of the poster trail, just to kind of make it like a self-guided thing, because you sit here and you try to do a scheduled class and there's so much going on. There's somebody talking on the main stage. There's so much stuff going on at the show, which makes it great. But then there's so much going on, you get a little oversaturated, So being able to come in and collaborate and bring in, Tread Lightly, so they're here. They're outside. So it's just kind of, ramping it up little by little each year.
Cool. Jonathan, what's your contribution to the group?
Well, I'm Jonathan Blackman, and I'm here. But I think a lot of the great stuff that we do, the opportunities we have to go out and serve, it happens because there's a great team. So I'm definitely a team player. I like to come be a part of a team, do whatever needs to be done to help make it happen, whatever we're doing. And just real fortunate to meet these guys just in some of the other volunteer work I've done at some of these type of events. Met them, got to know them, got to hang out with them. And then we started spending time outside of events and then started doing the volunteer work through Tread Lightly, and I really enjoy being a part of those activities. And I also I bring the team spirit.
I want to ask,
and we can't get rid of them.
Well, I want to ask, when did you become our mascot? I can't remember.
We're not ready for that on the first show, I don't think. We'll see that in the sequel.
Well, good deal. Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate your time. Thanks for coming out to the Toledo Jeep Fest, always supporting a great event. We look forward to it every year. And where can folks find you, learn more, maybe have you at an event? Is there a website, YouTube, Facebook? There will be coming soon.
We have tried that. We haven't really nailed down exactly how we're going to do that, because the Ember Six Society is really about us six doing volunteer work. As for training stuff, you can contact Dean or myself, and we can figure out what would work best.
It's kind of like the A-Team. You're there when people need you. I forget the tagline. That they'll show up.
Yeah. So Walt is at M4 Expeditions. John over here is at New Horizons Overland. I'm at East Coast Overland Adventures, and Jonathan is at Jonathan Blackman.
Well, Jonathan's going to be soon Fast Fingers Overland, right? Is that the plan?
We're not set on that yet.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks again, gentlemen, and go check them out.